That's what it was when we went live to.
There we go.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, before we get started, we'd like to give our praise, honor, and glory to where it's due to.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
And double honors as always to the apostles, elder bishops, elders of Great Millstone. And, this is Gms Nashville branch coming back at you again with another lesson all through the spirit and power of Ba'ashem Yahushai. And, what is today? June 22nd. It's June 2025, the hopeful year of deliverance and destruction and judgment of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. And speaking on that, that's prophecy, man. That Esau's destruction and the deliverance of the nation of Israel, starting with the elect, that's all prophecy. And as we were speaking about before we, hit the live, man, it's, if it's not prophecy, then, we're really not worried about it. We're not worried about what is going on within this society if it's not speaking about prophecy. Now, we may dibble and dabble within certain things, to keep our minds, balanced. Not having a false balance, because it also says in Ecclesiastes that much studying is a weariness to the flesh. So you balance out, but we aren't putting our main focus and our main priorities within, the carnality of this world and what's going on within this world, but we're focusing and putting our minds to the spirituality of what's going on within society. Prophecy, man. If we get real quick, Ephesians 5:14, and we'll start right there, and then we'll jump around.
Ephesians 5:14.
Yeah, because as it's going to go into, being circumspect, focusing on what needs to be focused on, and not focusing on what does not need to be focused on, man. Got a lot of individuals going the wrong way. You got it.
Ephesians 5:15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. And we don't, as we're walking, we don't need to be foolish, carnal, ultimately acting like, following after the white man. We're not following after Esau Edom, man. We're following after Yahweh Shem Yahshai. And it says, not as fools, but as wise. Being, tapping into the news, tapping into prophecy, tapping into what is going on within society. As Yahweh said, wars, rumors of wars, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places, uproars of the people. As it says in 2 Ezra 9. These are the things that we're walking in and focusing on. And not just, and as well as being circumspect as wise, not being carnal as we're conducting ourselves within the society, but doing what is pleasing unto the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai, walking correctly, having our conduct within society appropriate to Yahweh Shem Yahshai. You still got that Ephesians real quick? You get that next verse?
I got a precept also. I got two.
Okay, let me go back.
Yeah, real quick. I just want to get that next verse real quick.
All right, Ephesians 5:16. It says,
Verse 17.
It says, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
Be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, starting with our apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down, we understand the will of the Lord. And we will walk in the will of the Lord because we understand that it is not our will. What we do is not of us. And we don't want it to be of us because then we'd be, as it said, fools. Because when you're walking when you're being circumspect as fools, you're not understanding what the will of the Lord is. But when you're being circumspect as wise, you're understanding what the will of the Lord is, and you walk in the will of the Lord. That's what Yahweh said in Matthew 6. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
That's superb.
Exactly. You got something real quick, and then you got it. Yeah.
Sirach 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecy.
Will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. So we're seeking out how the men of old, the prophets of old, conducted themselves, how they moved, how they understood the will of the Lord. They're doing the will of the Lord, and then we also understand, as it says in Ecclesiastes 2:10, has any body trusted in the Lord, and have I forsaken them? So we can recount these scriptures and these prophets of old, and then what they went through, what they prophesied, and then it came to pass. So we're seeking out the wisdom of all the ancient and occupied in prophecies. When you're occupied, that's what your focus is. And that's what Yahweh also told us in that parable, occupy till I come. So we're occupying and we're doing the will of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai, just as Yahweh said, do you not know that I'm about my Father's business? So we're doing what is required of us so that we can, just as Yahweh receive those crowns, man. And it said occupied in prophecy. So we're not. That's what we're occupying our minds in, man. Prophecy. We're seeing it right now. Iran, Israel, the U.S. just said they got involved. Russia, Ukraine, China, Taiwan. These things are coming to a point, and it's manifest before our very eyes that this is that time, man. You got something y'all wanna?
Yeah, I got two actually.
Yeah.
Matthew 16 and 2-4. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And the morning will be a foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?
Exactly. So when you go outside, you see, dark clouds. You're like, oh yeah, it's about to rain. It's about to get down.
You can smell it.
You can smell it in the air.
Mm-hmm.
The leaves start turning upside down, and then so on and so forth. The bugs know, animals know, they can smell it. You can smell it in the air, but you can't discern the signs of the signs of the times. You can understand what time we're living in, man. You a hypocrite, man. Yep. You want to follow after your own will, your own way, but you can't see that your own will and your own way is leading you to destruction, man. And it leads you nowhere but vanity and vexation of spirit. It's all vain, man. That we are at the end, and it's clear to see, man. Starting with our apostles and elders, great millstone on down, this is what they have been speaking into existence since the early 90s, and then going back to Elder Abba Bivens 1969, 1970, man. Mm-hmm. So we are right here, man, at the door. You can't see it. When you look around at society, you see that society is crumbling, man. Mm-hmm. You see on the YouTube, right? It says Trump gave Iran order to something Saturday. Or Trump gave Iran attack order
to Hegsek.
To Hegsek Saturday. And then it says reaction remains divided after U.S. strikes Iran. It's all over the news, man.
Yeah.
Look up. Like that movie. Look up. They had a big ass UFO or meteorite, whatever it was, coming towards Earth. And then the government and the news media was telling them, don't look up. But you had some people, look up, and they didn't.
Nobody believed.
They didn't believe. As it says, as in the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Yeah. For they were eating, drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage until the flood took them away.
Because look what, look what Jake's doing, making just memes.
Exactly.
Me packing up my bag, how I'm acting when I find out World War III is upon us and they got a draft. Yeah. Jake's just playing.
Yeah.
There's nothing to play about.
Man.
I got a book.
I think he had another one that he got.
Yeah, I got one more verse, and then you grab yours, and I got another one. Matthew 16 and 4. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall be no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas, and he that left them and departed.
Read that again.
Matthew 16 and 4. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas, and he left them and departed.
Exactly. So we're seeing these things all coming into fruition right now, man. It's right here, right before our very eyes, man. The signs are right here. You can't see it. Go ahead.
And it said the sign of Jonah the prophet, right?
Yeah.
The prophet's been out here. Starting our apostles and elders, that was the first telltale sign that we at the end, because we are returning to our lots, starting with our apostles and elders and the one before them. Our bib is on up. We are returning back into our lots, and because you got another precept, right?
Mally does, but I got another one in a different passage though.
Because Jeremiah 28 says that the prophets before me have prophesied against
great kingdoms,
great kingdoms about
kingdoms,
war,
yeah.
evil, and pestilence, and it's here. And who the main ones that was pushing it? The elders, the prophets of Great Millstone. No other Israelite camps is doing that, unless they like-minded. That they're doing the same. But
Right.
other camps, they playing around, playing games,
Yeah.
having Israelite parties and shit.
Shaving their heads.
Yeah, and beards, mustache,
Yeah.
naked as hell. But y'all got it. That's all I wanted to say.
You got it, man.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
If any man have an ear, let him hear. So if you can receive it, if it was given unto you, as it says in Matthew 13 and 10, it says it said what damn, if a brother could pull it real quick.
Yeah.
The mysteries.
Yeah,
When you go into that word mysterion, and you go into that word, it says it was given unto the elect, or those ordained by God, but hidden from the ungodly and wicked men. Go ahead.
Matthew 13, if you don't mind.
Yep.
9.
Mm-hmm.
Who hath ears to hear, let him hear.
There it is again.
Same.
There it is again. What was it? Matthew 13 and what?
13 and 9.
And what? Revelation 13 and 9.
Shit. Yeah.
That's spiritual, man. Go ahead.
And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Why speakest thou to them in parable? Why don't you just tell them plainly? Why are you beating around the bush? You saying it, but you putting it in a different perspective. It's like what, metabolic, symbolic terms.
Because he would always break it down to them.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
He would bring out the parable. And even we read, it's like what exactly is this? And then you read down the chapter, and he just breaks it down plainly.
Exactly.
But only to them.
Exactly.
Everybody else is just a big symbolic message, like a different language type shit.
You may have some who understand, you may have some who don't.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse 11, he answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
But unto them it is not given. It's not given unto everybody, man. Plain unto the holy, stumbling blocks unto the wicked. This wasn't given unto everybody. This was given unto the elect of the nation of Israel, man. The 144,000, the 1/3, the rest of the elect scattered around the globe. Yes, I said globe. So it's not given unto everybody. It's not given unto everybody to know that this is a prophecy that Iran and Israel is going back and forth. That the U.S. is attacking. They can't understand that America is Babylon the Great.
They can't understand that it's going to go further than this.
Exactly.
They think that it might just end in a fucking contract being signed. Everything ain't going to end with a goddamn paper being signed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This shit finna go full-fledged, and your ass finna burn up.
Mm-hmm.
And whether that happens today, tomorrow, next week, or 10 years from now, Yahweh forbid, but it's going to happen. You're going to be laying up in that bed, that dumbass Lightning McQueen bed, which you're old as hell with that bed. We don't know why you got it, but you're a bitch.
It stains.
And you're going to get burned alive by the missiles.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reality. Zechariah 14 and 12.
In this
right.
lifetime.
Yeah, guaranteed in this lifetime.
Not
Yeah.
1,000
Before
years.
you grow old.
Not 30 years, nor 1,000.
Mm-hmm. You got it,
I got a precept. Matthew 26 and 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. The flesh is weak, man. The flesh is indeed weak, but we got to continue to stay. And when we see things like this happening within society, these are faith boosters. What we are saying, starting with apostles and elders, are happening, man. The least of the flock shall draw them out. We're seeing America being drawn out.
Yep.
What we have been saying, man, well, however long a brother may have been in, however long you may have been believing, it's happening before our very eyes, man. And that gives us strength to continue on, man. That gives us strength to push forward, to dig deeper, to be more rooted, more thankful, and more on fire for this truth, man. And it should, at least. We just see the U.S. just attacked Iran.
big deal.
That's a big deal, man.
That's a lot of things.
It's real big.
1 week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All
If
the
you
way
have,
down.
if you have ears to
Before
see.
what he said.
Or
Because he
ears,
said
yep.
2 weeks.
Exactly.
At first he said we're not getting involved. Then he said 2 weeks. Then that shit happened
The next day.
because then an
Hours.
expert said within 1 week. And it was, like you said, a
Hours.
couple of days.
Couple of
Hours.
'Cause
Which
over
also
there-
shows Esau is a fucking capping motherfucker.
But they were involved the
Go ahead,
whole.
Esau.
They were involved the whole time, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Really, all this time period that they're putting and saying we're not this time the third. But nigga, I was saying all that, but while on top of that, just bombed 3 Israel or the Iran sites,
Yeah.
which we say it didn't hit shit. But the point we're making is, oh, I'm not trying to get involved, but then you bomb.
Y'all gave him the missiles.
What were you
Yeah.
gonna say?
I can't remember. It's all good. No.
But yeah, man, watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. So we got to be bunkered down because as we get closer and closer to the end, it's not going to get no better. It's not going to get easier. It's going to get harder, man. But thankfully, thankfully through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi outside, we have Yahweh Shai on our side, man.
Yep.
We have the Heavenly Father and the only begotten Son on our side, and Yahweh Shai prayed for us.
I got.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
This is what's going to keep us stable in these times, man, these scriptures. And not just reading the scriptures, but applying these scriptures, man. Walking with wisdom, walking with integrity, walking confidently, man. Not being a doubter, not allowing these. And if you do have these demons that creep up in you, we have the scriptures to fight back, man. We have the names to fight back these demons. Yahweh Shemi Shai, Shalak, or I forget how you say, flee from me. Flee from me, Satan.
Nadad Mayan Shatan.
Exactly.
Nadab Mayanya.
So we have the names, man. And if you don't know, just say, flee from me, Satan. Yahweh Shemi Shai, flee from me, Satan.
Call on the name. Just
Call
call
on the names.
He
He knows what you're saying. Which you get more power within the Hebrew.
But don't you still pray in English?
Exactly.
You have certain times where you're like, man, I just need to pray, and I don't know.
Exactly.
But it says the Spirit make intercession.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, bro, because you're acting like the Lord is dumb. We spoke English. I don't know what he said.
He
Come
created
on,
all
bro.
this. He created all
Because that's when the Christians say, well, he knows who I'm praying to. You're right in the sense of he knows what you're trying to do, but there's no respect involved in that.
Yeah.
Which is why we use the name. But we can apply what you said when it comes to the prayers. Because if you get captured by Esau, I don't know I don't know the Hebrew for get me away from this nigga. I don't know that. But I'll pray to the Lord that he delivers me from this.
You'll say Yahweh Shemi Shai.
Yeah, exactly. You'll use the names
Yahweh Shemi Shai
and pray
save
for
you.
him to get you away from that, or give you the spirit to keep your mouth closed
Yeah.
and shut up and just take whatever the hell that's gonna happen.
Exactly.
I got something. You got more? You got something?
No, that was it.
This is Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
And what's that secret place? That secret place is this truth, man. This knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding, man. This is what's going to keep us stable, and this is what's going to keep us covered, man. Yahweh Shemi outside. This truth, the knowledge that we have, man, is what's going to keep us stable and covered in these days, man.
Oh, I got one more.
Your family's not going to keep you covered. Esau, Edom, sure damn as hell ain't going to keep you
He
covered.
can't keep himself covered.
Exactly. Your friends, your loved ones, your dog, they're not going to keep you covered, man. The only thing that's going to be able to keep you covered within the times that we're entering into, and yes, they are very terrible times, is going to be Yahweh Shemi Shai. That's true. Because what it say in Ezekiel 33? It says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. And in the NLT it says, when all these terrible things begin to come to pass, as they surely will, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them.
Yep.
These things are going to come to pass, man. You're going to know that the men of the Lord that you see on the highways and byways, the GMS, starting with our apostle and elder great millstone, on the like mind, Akim like that, was telling the truth, man.
Yep.
But these terrible things are going to happen, and then you're going to have no cover. And then you're going to try to scream, what was the name?
We're
The
the
Lord's going to
prophets.
shut your mouth.
We're the prophets.
Exactly.
Where they at?
Not the purple.
These things are happening, man. Go ahead.
Not them purple and gold guys. Not them other guys that have on the pretty garments. No, it ain't gonna. It's gonna because it's gonna be a clear separation in that day. You know, no, these guys was teaching this. You're gonna be remembered.
This shall be known who are my chosen.
Yeah. Try to go in the fire. I got
Yeah, I got more.
You got a little bit.
It says,
Okay,
I
I
will
got
say
you.
of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In Him will I trust.
Exactly.
It says,
In Him will I trust.
Mhm.
We're not trusting in man. We're not trusting in his schemes, his chip. We're trusting in Yahweh Shimi Ashai, man. Go ahead.
It says, who the fuck? Back to back. It says, surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers. Under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. And it said, hey, this truth, it said, His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Hey, and so this is protection unto you Israelites. No other nations, y'all can't get it unless you're an Israelite.
Mm-hmm.
So it's best to stay within, this fortress of the Lord so you can be protected. That's what it's about. Because that's what we need. We're going to need a heavenly or divine, it's like that phone call threw me off. We're going to need a divine intervention.
We're getting a miracle.
Yeah.
That's the only way we're able to get through all the things that's going to happen. We need the miracle of the Lord to step in.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way.
Yep.
You got more?
I mean, it is more. I can read it.
Yeah,
Keep
Psalm
reading.
91.
Yeah.
Sir, Psalm 91 is a good read.
The whole chapter.
Not just a good read, a beautiful read, man.
Mhm.
So if you want to read it on your own time, like I said, I might, later on, Lord willing. But yeah, but we'll just end it off right there, and you got it, y'all now.
All right. On the comment board, you call Shalom. You call put here 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
And they shall not escape. So they may come out, oh yeah, peace, peace. But then what did it say? Then sudden destruction cometh upon them, man.
Isn't that what Trump's saying? We got everything handled. We're good. Don't worry about it.
Now,
We got a mighty
now
military.
something about Trump.
Yep. Go ahead.
It's a video that just popped up on the news. Somebody said this is by far the dumbest president ever. That strike was totally unnecessary. One thing about a country like Iran is they don't stop. This idiot has done more damage in the past 6 months than any president in history.
If you want to speak on
No, I mean shit, because it shows that people understand what's going on.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot of idiots that will think, it was just one strike. Yeah, we showed. Who did you show? What did you show? What you showed was America just engaged. They just threw their whole fucking country. And I was talking to my woman about that earlier, man. When war happens, it's not the politicians, it's not the president that's dying. It's you. It's the fucking civilians that are getting hit with them goddamn missiles, man.
Yep.
So you think that, we struck Iran, well Trump might die or whatever, no, or the military troops, they're gonna get you.
Yeah.
Because when they don't, because these other countries don't say I hate Trump, they hate America. If you live in America, you live in one of these 50 states, you're gonna fucking die here.
Americans.
You're gonna be destroyed here by them missiles, man. Them strikes are gonna hit you. Them terrorists that are gonna run up in here and start cutting and gutting people, that's gonna be you, man.
That's
You and your fucking fat ass mama, nigga.
And that's why they don't get that Ezekiel 38 is literally here, and it's about to go down. And we're entering a time where the scriptures say the least of the flock shall draw them out.
And we're tired of you people laughing.
What's so goddamn funny?
Because we laugh at certain things that happens because that's the spirit of the Lord. That's Proverbs 1:20. We laugh and mock at your calamity through the spirit of Yahweh by Shemel Shai. We look over and see you laughing. Yeah, dude, just what's funny about that?
Yeah,
Don't you know that you finna die?
You
You finna starve?
Yeah.
Do you know what the hell's about to happen? You don't. At all. You don't know shit.
Looking like I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, he probably thinking Trump gonna get everything together.
Man.
He gonna get you together.
Man,
He's gonna gather up all your body parts that got scattered by that bomb that blew up.
that might be the thumbnail.
Hell.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a preset.
I was gonna add. I forget. Go ahead.
Habakkuk 2:3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Go ahead.
And I mean that's pretty much it. Which I mean, is there more to it?
No, really.
Oh yeah. But yeah, the scripture say it will not tarry. May seem like prolonged. Yeah, we're now in 2025. We've been saying for the longest since the 60s, 70s, starting with High Priest Abba Bivens. Okay, that the end is coming. The end is coming. But it said, though it tarry, wait for it because it will surely come. But now things that the apostle and others have been teaching from the jump are starting to come to pass.
Yeah.
World War III, you've been heard that for years. You heard men on the corners for years talking about, oh, World War III is going to happen. World War III is going to happen. Pulling out, nigga, we at World War III now. Because it was prophesied. It was something that's going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
Not we're saying it's going to happen next week. Can it? Yes. But we're not saying it's going to happen next week. It's going to happen next month. No, it's going to happen in the future in your lifetime. That's what's going to happen. Okay? Whether you're 20 and you turn 25, or you turn 20, you're 25 and you end up turning 30. It's going to happen in your lifetime as you live and breathe. And right now, we're living in a time when people are living and breathing. Okay? And they just bombed Iran, World War III, and all the nations are coming in and saying, hey, we're going to lose another article that said, what did I say? 'Cause I read it before we started. How the nations are down to back up nuclear weapons with Iran, other nations.
Yeah.
Okay? And look at America. They're losing allies. Now Germany's getting involved. Randomly, Russia threatened Germany. Germany's like, oh shit, what? You know, they're just getting thrown in. Because this is a world war, which means everybody's going to get involved, man.
Yeah.
I got something.
Go ahead.
Sirach 2 and 12. It says, woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that go two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. And so many of you unbelievers, you're not going to be defended. You Israelites out there, as unbelievers, you're not going to be defended. We just gave examples of, you're going to be out there looking for the prophets. No, nigga, it's too late now. It's too late to try to get right. What's the names? No, you're an unbeliever. You already been slated for destruction at this time.
Predestinated.
You know? And so it ain't no you trying to get the names, you trying to get good with the Lord. No, it's here. And that's the same shit you would have done if you would have found out, if we would have had a due date. You would have got right try to get right the last minute, you know, and said that you believe in the Lord. No, he don't work like that. You had time. It says, woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? And that's niggas that done fell out. You know, you was in this truth for 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, 1 year. You know, and all of a sudden, you're not preaching no more because you feel like, well, the prophecies ain't coming to pass. Nigga, it's here. Everything is here. You know, we've been out on the streets for years. Our apostles and elders, they ain't lose patience. Everything is here. It's lined up. It's at the precipice.
Yeah.
You know, everything is here.
We believe that Trump is the last president.
Yep.
We believe that things about to get thrown and pop off within the span of these 4 years of his presidency. We believe that.
Look how much has happened since he's been in office.
6 months.
Yep.
It's June. We've been in June. In the span of his running of 6 months, we're now in World War III in a 6 month span.
And really, Biden kicked it off. Biden helped tag team this nigga because Biden gave the missiles to Ukraine to use against Russia.
Yeah.
You know, which they wasn't supposed to do. So Biden shook hands with this nigga, stepped out the podium, and Trump stepped up and upped it. He upped the ante.
Yeah.
You know, he upped that shit. Like, we finna get this shit cracking.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. It says,
It's all set up through the elites.
yup, because you know it's a theater. They play this role with the minds of the people. You know,
Actors.
yeah. But in the
Agents.
background, they all working for the small hats. I'm gonna get verse 15. It says, "They that fear the Lord will not disobey His word." It says, "And they that love Him will keep His ways." You know, we're not gonna disobey. For what? We here now. Might as well stay in tune. Let no man take the crown. Preach, you know, the full doctrine, 100% doctrine, and wait for your reward and hope. That's all you got is hope. We do this because of hope.
The prisoners of hope.
Yeah.
Scripture say, remember Lot's wife.
Yeah.
It's too late to turn back now. I mean, really, once you hear it, there's no point of turning back at all. But especially now in 2025 and 6 months of Trump's presidency, his second go-run, things popping off.
Yeah.
Martial law is on the table. The chip is on the table. The collapse. You ready for them oil prices and gas to go up? Trump even said it. He said it years back, bro. I'm not going to forget the words he said. You can even look it up on Google, YouTube. He said, in the future, prepare to see gas be $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, and that's going to be the normal. Have you ever woke up and stretched and went and can I get $30 on pump 8 and that's $8.74 on the damn sign? Mm-hmm. Milk. Milk right now, I'll use almond milk for example. It's $2.44. Might be $8.77 in the next couple months. Look at your eggs. You know, look at your job. Look at the job economy. Look at the job force, the job marketing, the housing marketing. It's all turning to shit. And even if people can find a job, it pays like ass. You can't afford. You niggas got to get 2-3 jobs. I don't know how niggas had 3 jobs, but still struggling on what kind of bills you got. But
bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit. But niggas trying to clear their debt, it's over with. It ain't gonna work.
Yep.
Now, obviously, you do what you can, but the fact of how you want things to go back to normal and that American dream, it's fucking over. This shit's over with, man.
Exactly.
And we're glad it's fucking over, man.
We're just doing what we can. We don't handle our business. Brothers got kids, family, rent, bills. We do what we do, but we not here to flourish. Even a brother may move or a brother may get an upgrade in the crib or something, but other than that, we're not here to set. We're not here to flourish more in this society. We're just getting by, man.
And when we do upgrade, it don't be no major upgrade.
Yeah. The brother ain't gonna buy a Corvette.
Well, the question is, when you do get that upgrade and you move to a new place or get a better job or whatever, are you happy?
Exactly.
No, not really. No.
No, you're not. No. You're
I'm saying no.
happy.
No, I'm saying no.
You're not
Yeah, I'm saying no.
You think you're happy. It's like, yeah, I feel better. You feel better, but you good?
You still in hell.
Yeah, you're still fucked.
That helped the situation.
Wait till your tire pop on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Wait till your transmission give out. Wait till your woman start bitching. Wait till Esau fire you. This shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Wait till your fucking knee just give out.
Yeah.
Your body just randomly be hurting for no reason.
And you're seeing videos of people just randomly getting fired.
Welcome to hell, man.
Because Esau, because people are getting fired and they be working hard and doing stuff like that. You gotta understand, the place is falling and Esau's tired of paying you.
And that was another thing. Because I sent it this morning. It's like a 6-minute video. All these ICE raids and shit, how they're getting all these people, they're taking a lot of workers out of the productivity in terms of farming and resources.
And construction.
So all the food and all that shit, pretty soon, well, if brothers ain't watch that, because it's like 6 minutes. There's a lot of people that are scared to go to work now because they don't want to get taken by Esau and thrown back to their country. So there's a lot of farming areas that are not getting service no more.
Yeah.
So a lot of that food is not getting produced,
yeah.
Which means that a lot of you niggas are gonna be hungry.
And they got green cards and everything. They have the right paperwork and showing U.S. citizenship. If you're a so-called minority, an immigrant, they don't give a fuck. Take his ass back. Nigga, I'm not even from there. You could be born here. But if you look like a so-called Mexican Latino, so far, they want your ass out. Esau is making moves and making wars on the tribe, but right now he's starting with the Northern Kingdom. He's on y'all Mexican asses.
That's it. You got something? Brother, got anything else?
Yeah, I had a Micah.
Go ahead.
Micah chapter 7, verse 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, which he will, in the coming days.
Mm-hmm.
But until that time comes, until he lifts up that standard, we have to continue to just take these punches. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness.
Mm-hmm. Bear it. Endure it. Persevere through it. That's all we can do, because, we sinned. We went off. We transgressed. As it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so be in return, seek him 10 times more. Rule 4:28. So we got the keys. Just got to unlock the door.
Yep.
And wait on Yahweh Shemi Asai. And we also know, if we're this close to World War III, going nuclear, then how much closer are we to the implementation of the Seahit, man? Because that's got to come first.
Yeah, it's got to come first. And
it has to come first, and it will come first, according to prophecy, man. Again, if it's not talking about prophecy, they about to blow up America. No, they're not. The mark got to come first.
Yeah.
We know we have the biblical and prophetic timeline of what is about to happen, man.
Yeah.
And we know that the chip comes, and then comes World War III.
And then war is also a process.
Exactly.
Because look at the time during of Ukraine and Russia. That's something that's still going, and it's been since 2022.
Yep.
Now another war's gonna hop in. It's gonna take its time there. Then another one, and now everybody's involved.
2014.
Since 2014. But
Really,
they started
it's been
attacking.
It's been died down.
Yeah.
But it started ramping back up.
Because Russia's winning, they're about to take over Ukraine.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah. 'Cause it used to be. Yeah. It used to be part of that. So it's over with. I don't know how much long. I don't know how many times that niggas gonna want to argue, and crack jokes and whatever. But it's like, nigga, as you really look in your day-to-day lifestyle, it's over with. Nigga, look at the video game system. You can't even own a console. You know, what Klaus Schwab said, you're gonna own nothing and be happy. You're not gonna have shit. You're still gonna be happy even if you're living on the streets. You're gonna be homeless, and then it's gonna be illegal to be homeless. You can't be homeless. If you gotta sleep on the damn park bench, that's illegal. Sleeping in your car, that's illegal. You can't do that no more, because Esau's making it hard for everybody. If you're not rich in the so-called society, so like you said, what?
You're not bending for him.
Yeah, if you're not bending for him, bound down to the image of Baal, if you're not kissing the white man's ass, you're not gonna make it in the sense of this society.
Doing tricks and all that.
Yeah, but right now this is the time to make no tearing, return to the Lord, and not put off from day to day. Sirach 5 and 7. This is the time to cleave unto the Lord, because perilous times are here, not coming. They're here.
Exactly.
It's hard. It's you can lose your job just like that. You can lose your crib just like that. You can lose your car and your woman and your kids just like that. And you got to be prepared for that. Because to keep all that stuff, you got to follow the so-called white man.
And the elect is prepared for that.
Yeah, the Lord, those who are the elect, we're gonna be able to withstand in that day, even when we're starting to lose everything. And even if it seems like we're losing things, we're not really losing.
Exactly.
It's just things that we have in this society is depleting, and the things that we own, like this crib and the car, it's depleting.
Count all things for dumb.
Yeah.
Or like dumb. That's what Apostle Paul said for Mashiach.
So we're not losing. This world's just falling apart. We're not really losing.
Esau losing.
Esau is losing.
Really, the least they're losing.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing all this, because you know he had a short time.
Yeah.
His boundaries, whatever he wanted to do, he's at the end of that. His NWO is not going to flourish. Nothing's going to flourish for him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's going right in fucking chains.
Yeah.
And the captivity, he's not even going to be able to handle the captivity. That's how hard it's going to be.
He can't handle it now.
Yeah.
We always talk about that video. There was an Edomite. He was on Facebook Live, and he got off the phone with his girlfriend because she broke up with him. Which, who knows how, they could have been together for 2 months. He said, "Well, guys, it's over," and he blew his fucking head in half with a shotgun on Facebook Live over a fucking woman.
Base man.
A woman that he probably wasn't even with for all that time. Like, not even a long time.
Probably his first and only girlfriend too.
Yeah, like Esau's not built for nothing, man.
He's a loser.
Like, dude, you said dude jumped off the shit at the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a
Probably
woman.
Edomite too.
He was a woman.
But it's probably
Yeah.
a lot of these Edomites are weak, man. That, and then because they're the biggest ones on the drugs. When they talk about like 100,000 people dying every year from fentanyl,
Yeah.
that be the fucking Edomites.
And I think they said, I think it's mostly men, but they said I think the big suicidal rate right now is so-called white people.
Apostle Ariamla brought it out. He
Yeah.
said Jake is used to having to, be subject to smaller shit, eating less or eating certain things.
Yeah.
Jake is used to that. Whether you grew up rich or poor or not, all Israelites are used to adjusting to situations.
There was a CEO. He jumped off an 18-story building because his company was just going down. It wasn't even like going away. It was just going down in numbers.
It's going to be more than that.
Yeah, and then he killed himself. And it's like, damn, nigga, you that damn weak?
Because Esau just gives up.
He's not used to
He
being
has
low.
no patience. He can't wait. When he gets to a low estate, he's not waiting for the Lord to bring him out of that because he don't believe in the Lord.
Yeah,
When he gets to a low estate, he wants to put himself 6 feet under. That's what he wants to do. We go into a low estate, we wait for the Lord to bring us up. And if the Lord don't bring us up, we just going to stay in that low estate. We're not going 6 feet under. We're going to continue to strive and fight for Yahweh Shemel Shai and do what the fuck we need to do every day.
Because we're soldiers.
Exactly.
We're soldiers. Esau's not a soldier. I mean, he may go to war, but he's not really about that life.
No, he's not.
And if you go to war, it ain't over nothing righteous.
Yeah, it's nothing righteous.
You see that right now?
Mm-hmm. Rose, got anything else?
You got
Nah,
something? All right.
I gotta
Get
close.
that Matthew. Yeah.
This is Matthew 4:17. From the time Yahweh Shai began to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Repent. Kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. And it ain't prophecy. It ain't really important. Prophecy is what is important. Prophecy is what is going to get us to the end. The Pacers ain't going to get us to the end. Drake isn't going to get us to the end.
And Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch 2 is not going
Yeah,
to
2.
get us to the end.
Yeah.
Your family is not going to get you to the end. So your friends, your loved ones, is not going to get you to the end, man. What is going to get us to the end is prophecy being fulfilled. And that is what we're worried about. That's what we're focused on, man. We're not focused on anything else. Focus on prophecy.
Yep.
So repent, kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. That's prophecy in itself. Kingdom of heaven being at hand. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to the body, and to the fold. And before we end it off, we'd like to give our praises, honor, and glory to our due to.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash.
And double honors as always to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, shalom.
Shalom.